Okay, now we are live. We are officially live. We are going to be
We're
talking about a
officially
bunch.
live.
Officially live. Yes, we're going to be talking about a bunch of
I
different things.
knew your ass was gonna choose this topic when you seen the
No, and I didn't even
video.
know how it was going to come out. So y'all see the first picture in the corner. I took that at Exotica with Mo the Monster, and as
Okay.
I was and I know that
I sent you that video to the left. Wait, is that my left? Yeah, I
the one
sent
with
you
the lady.
right. No. The one of the husband and wife. I sent y'all that
You
video on
did?
Instagram. Yes.
Oh my
Who
god!
is
No, I
that?
was looking at the
Who is
all
that?
over.
I don't know.
That's a black man getting married to a white lady, and she brought him in on a leash. So we're definitely going to cover that.
Oh,
Yeah.
But here's the killer. The other black people in his family was jamming to the shit.
They were there. I just seen white people in the video.
I got the concept, but I've never seen nobody besides like Q Dogs do, the whole
Yeah, like,
right.
yeah, like I thought he was a part of a fraternity or something. And then when I realized he was just doing it, I was like, I'm not comfortable with this. Maybe if it was a black woman, it's the way they look for me.
The only time I've ever seen anybody bring somebody in on a leash was when I saw Shabba Ranks live.
oh,
And,
a whole that story because we're gonna need that. We're gonna need that.
okay.
Let's get into it.
We are the Smile 69 Network with the sexy producer and lead host, Vanessa Smiles. The girl, Miss Beauty Doll, is here and all about that business. And you know who I am. It's your girl, Presenda.
Hey, Queen.
Hey.
And I was like, oh my God, yes. Oh,
Smiles 69 Network is on YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Apple Podcasts. Also, find us on Facebook.com/Smiles69 Network.
Vanessa smiles so live, it's true. Priscilla is shining through. So fine, Smile 69.
Check these fine ladies out on the Smile 69 Network. They get it in.
You've tuned into Smile 69 Network.
Shit.
What are you doing?
Trying to get my life together. Hold on 1 second. Look at that. I done put all of us on and I put us on the
What
wrong.
are you eating?
How many Negroes does it take to screw in a light bulb? Okay. It definitely takes more than one. That's what happens when niggas don't get their shit together. I'm a black person, so you already know. I put it out there. We are on CP time.
Okay.
Are you
I am a colored person, so I can't operate on time. I try my best. When the white man asks me to be there, oh yes, I am there on time because
That's that money.
That's
Are
the
you
white.
fighting your headphones right now? Is that what's going on? You're fighting your headphones?
Huh?
Were you fighting your headphones?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely fighting these headphones. These are new headphones, and I'm really upset with them because I wanted to wear my cute little red headphones, but I cannot wear those because they don't work with my Rodecaster. Rodecaster doesn't want to allow me to use the cute shit, so they're just like, "Bitch, you want to be professional? You just gonna have regular as a motherfucker." So here we are.
Razzle dazzle.
You know what? Beauty, you on point. We about to razzle dazzle this shit.
I like that.
Absolutely. Let's bring in my beautiful co-host, Miss Beauty Doll, Queen Priscilla, Sexual Chocolate, and also, yes. Yeah, Queen
Cheers,
Priscilla,
ladies.
Sexual Chocolate, and Miss Beauty Doll. I got it right.
That's right.
What?
Absolutely. I'm on chocolate's time today. I actually have I don't have any wine, so this is water.
Oh, look at that. That's cute.
This is water. Sexual chocolate is like, I was looking at some of my the pictures and stuff like that. I was like, oh my god, this girl shows up. Her body is great. She stands for a lot of great stuff. And even with shout out to Beauty as well. I've had a lot of great experiences in different places with her as far as she may drink, but she brings a good energy sometimes. So this is also great. And with Priscilla, we already know that we grow fine like wine. That's our shit. Wine and champagne turning into grapes. However we gonna switch it up, that's the fuck we gonna do. We out here.
It was good enough for Jesus. It's good enough for me.
I like that. Good enough for Jesus. Good enough.
Yeah,
I respect
Yo,
that.
you put Jesus in this conversation.
we have to leave Jesus out? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Well, he was the original turn up. He was like, yeah, water not at a party.
Oh,
Let's turn this up.
Of the United States, I would like y'all not to be talking shit like that while I'm at the
You
bottom.
gotta appreciate the man.
Okay.
He knows how to have fun, hanging out with hoes.
He did hang out with
Fun to
hoes.
me.
He did hang out with hoes. I have to be honest about that, and I respect that man.
I'm gonna smoke my cigarette and mind my
All
business.
right.
Let's get into these comments. Let's get into some things. Okay, people are already in the chat room. We have Redemption Song 76 that says Namaste. Oh, yes.
My girl.
Hey, shout out to Redemption
Namaste, Queen.
76. Absolutely. Let's show everybody on screen.
Right.
And Miss Ravioli says, hello, everyone.
Hey.
What's going on? Shampy says, good evening, ladies. Good evening.
Good evening.
And Redemption Song says, Miss Ravioli, she's putting the eyes up. Absolutely. And then she's sending love to Shan as well with the heart. So we are all sending love to you guys in that way as well. Now, I didn't even get a chance to pull up my links yet, but y'all already know what we're going to be getting into day. Now, I wanted to actually, instead of covering the stories that we filled out, I wanted to try to see if we can talk about race play from a porn perspective. And you know what, Priscilla, being that you are our resident music executive here on the Small Season Network show, I would love for you to talk about how race has played in the music industry. That and between artists, maybe between directors or whatever. And you've been in films. Shout out to the films that you've been in with. Thought about you too, because she has shit comes full circle. Omar Epps was recently on the Math Hoffa's podcast, and he talked about the set of the film Juice, and he talked about how Tupac was writing on that set because he was walking somewhere, and he's seen someone threw a baby in a trash can situation like that, and Omar had told him at the time like, hey niggas, see shit like that every day. And he saw, and then Omar said that when he heard Tupac come out with the Brenda's Got a Baby song months later, he was like, damn, that's what he was doing, that he was writing this song at this time. So could you tell us how? And then he also mentioned, I don't know if you are privy to this, Omar Epps also mentioned the effect of like when they were hiring for Juice and like getting people for that film. He said a lot of the guys that they found were just a lot of people that they knew, people in the hood, because they needed people to fulfill these acts and these scenes. Like, could you tell us a little bit about your experience and maybe how race played into the creation of that film?
Well, it's almost always like that when you talk about films like Juice, or Belly, which was actually the one I was in. Right. A lot of times it does play out like that, because one thing that men are really good at in the film industry is putting their homeboy on. We as Black women, I'm sorry, we are not good at that. The men that are in the film industry, they will bring 99 niggas they know from the hood.
Right, that's right.
They will drag them all through and be like, how many of these 9 niggas do you want in the movie? Find something for all of them to do. Whether they end up in the movie or not, whether they are working background, whether they are working, wrangling, the extras cast, they always find something for their boy to do. Yeah. We do not do that on a whole like we should. We don't do that on a whole like we should. I do have to shout out my girl Esther Pringle, because she was the one that taught me everything I needed to know, because Belly was my first movie. Right. And I knew nothing.
And Omar Epps was in that as well.
And so was Method Man.
Yep.
That's how I got a chance to meet what's the dude that just died? DMX. That's how I got to have my DMX experience.
Yeah, because he was in it. Dude that just died when they came to DMX Priscilla, I'm giving you a strike for that.
I'm sorry, don't give me stripes. I got a lot of shit in my head, girl. This is I told you I'm a fossil. This is 99 years of living, bitch. I'm just trying to remember some shit.
That's the thing. Priscilla has like really been around and involved. Like is not like she's not cloud chasing. She's not trying to.
No, I'm really not, because I don't really have to, Yes. But in terms of race in film, let's just be honest about what the deal is. So it used to be that the around the way girl would always end up in all the videos. Like, she really could dance.
Yeah.
You know, she did her own hair and makeup because they didn't even give them a budget. They were like, she could dance, you know, and that was their homegirl. And then all of a sudden, they started to morph into, well, we can only use mixed girls or girls that look mixed in these videos. And, you know, I think that that was the precursor to us talking so much about light skin and dark skin. I got belly because I was not an actress. And I just wrote my name and my address and my phone number on the back of my 8x10 because I was a singer. And it didn't I was like, hire me, don't hire me. I don't know. This ain't my thing anyway. So if you call me, but they did. They called me like 2 weeks later. They called me 2 weeks later. And so then now I'm in a film. And then they hired me again. And then they hired me again. So I didn't know anybody. I didn't have any background. I just did what I always do. I just, shooted my shot and it worked out. But now it is even more saturated. It's almost like if you see a brown skinned girl or a dark skinned girl highlighted in a video, you're like, oh shit. Like she's not light skinned, she's not mixed, But I will say it looks like women of all types in terms of Black women seem to be more featured now. And maybe that's because there are more networks. It's not just the standard network. You've got Netflix, you've got Paramount, you've got Discovery. And I noticed that they're hiring all types of Black women to fill these roles, which I think is great.
Mm-hmm. Same here.
Finally.
Now, I wanted to ask you, Chocolate, and also you, Beauty, about what do you think? Let me figure out how I can, because I had the idea of how to ask this question when it came to porn, because porn it's a lot more racy when it comes to porn, and sometimes there's benefits to that in porn. So I don't want to hate the benefits. So like let's try to focus on the things that we've seen. Now, what is an experience that you guys may have witnessed or may have been a part of in porn that had something to do with someone's race that disgusted you and you didn't like?
Beauty doll.
That's real. Yeah. Yes. Beauty, you're laughing. Please go.
She looked like she got something to say.
Laughing too. She just silent laughing.
Yeah, Chocolate, you not see the smirk now.
I was about to say, me and Chocolate been cracking up laughing this whole time.
Because I don't know about disgust.
I was about to say
that's very harsh to say.
Yeah, I was about to say, I wouldn't say disgust. It's porn that I've seen, and it's companies. We all know those companies. That one company that might discuss us, but at the same time, it's girls that are still doing it. So it's like a sort of kind of situation. To each his own. But race, dude, come on. I started out with Evasive Angel, like with TT Boy. That he did the most controversial racist.
You think was like one of the most controversial scenes that he did?
So for those of us that are not in the industry, like, what do you mean? Because I feel like, what do you mean?
He remade Roots.
Oh,
like that's what I mean. Like every Black porn, every remake of a Black thing that he did I was just like, what the fuck of a fuck. They do.
Yeah.
I was like, what was the reason?
Why?
I will say this. The thing that disgusted me the most, and ironically, this has nothing to do with a white person. I'll go for you, Chocolate.
It's normally not. That's the funny part about it.
Well, sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. Sometimes I feel like when it comes to race.
Okay, so if we're talking about things that we don't like racial profile wise, I never ever, and me and you had this conversation. I think me and you did too, Chocolate. I can't stand. Don't call me ghetto in the fucking title. I don't even fucking sound ghetto. Ghetto coming out my motherfucking mouth when I'm mad. Don't even. You can say hood. I can get hood, But don't call me ghetto. I'm not no ghetto bitch. So don't put that in my title. That's just how I feel. Like
I think you have mentioned that to me before, but I actually I'm on the other side of the game. I remember, especially when I used to put my videos up, race play is very important. So as I'm selling my videos online in different spaces, even though the titles that I'm using, I don't necessarily they don't necessarily relate to me in my personal life, but I will put even for myself, ghetto big booty bitch in pink.
Okay. And is that something that generates?
I've done that for myself, you know.
Is that because that generates interest, which generates money?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And you know what? And I feel like sometimes when it comes to certain things, it's the reality of the society that we live in. Because I've noticed the responses once I do put those ignorant terms or
they go up.
Oh, they go up because people even for me, I look for certain type of porn. I like to watch, you know, certain girls get cream pie who are, you know, supposed to be fucking tricks. I like to see shit. I like to see crackheads fuck people. Like I like seeing shit.
Oh, I've never seen crackhead porn. That has to be very interesting.
Yes, like when they just trying to fuck people outside and they me, like I want to see like
crackhead porn. You could go in the alley and see that. Why?
Hold on, I don't want to see it up close.
You don't want to be. You don't want to be with the hole. You don't want the hole. You just
smell the crack rock. I just want to see.
Hold on. After Sexual Chocolate answered this question, I have a question for y'all.
Okay, I just wanted to get to my experience, but basically,
after that, can I just tell y'all my favorite like porn scene? It wasn't even intended to be a porn scene, but it was the best. And I need this woman to make like way more money. But go ahead, y'all.
Okay, yes. So all I wanted to say was my experience when it came to a race play situation in porn that not necessarily all the way. Let me not use the word disgust or something that I didn't like or I didn't appreciate seeing was when a porn producer who I knew, a black female, came on set with the Meek Mill braids. As we all know what black females are, that's what we have. We always call them set it off braids, which is straight backs, you know, straight cornbread backs. He called her nigga braids. And like that's what he named her in the video. Like, and at that time, I thought it was funny. Like in that moment, and then the next day, I was like, I don't know why that doesn't sit right with me because I wear straight backs. Like, if I take this wig off, niggas is gonna see Meek Mills. I mean,
okay. I think that would have been a world star moment for me. Like you out of fucking you nigga. Oh no.
Yeah, nigga braids. So he called her nigga braids, put it in the title, video went crazy, people enjoyed it and stuff like that. But even though it wasn't a situation that included a white person, it just didn't sit well with me. A black man calling a black female nigga braids. I don't know why.
Yeah, I feel you.
I don't have an appreciation for that. I don't.
Yeah. That would be my race play story. But sorry, go ahead, Chocolate.
It's okay. So mine for me, it's dang. I don't shoot interracial porn.
I haven't.
And the reason being is because I don't ever want to be degraded by another race as far as like a white man, you know, you nigga bitch, or like just doing hella extra shit. Like
right. And that's fair.
I don't ever want that to happen. And I know for sure, like me being as black as my ass is, I know for sure that's gonna happen. So yeah, I can't stand it. I don't ever want that to happen. And so I'm just, you know, sticking to what I want for sure, which is to shoot with, you know, ebony, or not necessarily ebony, but ethnic people, to stick with ethnic people.
People could say I get interracial. I don't know if Puerto Rico counts because he's Puerto Rican and from the Bronx. I don't know if that still counts.
He don't count.
But he's ethnic. He's ethnic.
He's ethnic. Puerto Rico is definitely Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
I mean, coming from an outside perspective, I saw an interview with Jenna Jameson, and the interviewer asked her, well, you've never shot a scene with a black man, like, would you ever? And she didn't answer. And then he said, because I was like, this man is very knowledgeable about his porn. He said, is that because you know that if you shoot with a black man, your price goes down? And she said, yes. So, Chocolate, you are 100% right.
You want to know what's really
right.
funny?
Vanessa, you're right.
But you want to know what's so funny about that situation? a lot of people think that, but it's a lot of money in interracial porn. And I've done like girl interracial porn. I've done like slave interracial porn, but I have yet. Well, yeah, I've done like sex, I guess you could say, in interracial, but I've had male talents that I guess they see me on social media, so they think I'm this like ditzy ass black girl, and then when they meet me, they realize I'm a lot stronger than what I seem.
But
And
what she said
intimidate.
was that because at her level, right? Because even if you don't watch porn, you know who Jenna Jameson is.
Right.
Yeah.
He was saying at her level,
Go ahead.
if she was to do interracial porn with a black man, it would bring her price way down. And she responded one word, yes.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
I want to just say this. I understand exactly what you said, Priscinda, as far as Jenna Jameson is concerned. And even with you, Chocolate, I understand your position in choosing to how you want to direct that. And Beauty, even if you do have interracial encounters with people, there's nothing wrong with that as well.
No, there isn't.
My whole thing was this entirely when it comes to race playing porn. I feel like white women come into the porn industry and they can declare and say what they want to do and what they don't want to do, and they don't have to make any waivers on that. But when it comes to black women, if I say I only want to fuck black niggas, I gotta have 10 people tell me why I shouldn't or what else.
And then we can't do certain things like if you have tattoos.
You know,
if you have tattoos, you don't fit in a certain if you don't, they put us in a box like you gotta be this size. Are you a BBW? Are you a skinny black bitch? Are you a medium size? Like what are you? And do you have if you got tattoos and you like to do makeup, like the shit me and Sexual Chocolate like to do different color hair, shit like that. That does not make us the things that they try to put us in. Vanessa, I feel like Vanessa is not a fucking BBW.
And that's why I was piggybacking. That's why I was piggybacking on Chocolate's choice to only shoot with ethnic men. Because if Jenna Jameson feels that way and she don't want a black man to touch her, why can't Chocolate have the same choice?
That's all I'm saying. Whatever the choice is,
and they always want to make something out of nothing when it comes to us. We just can't say no. And
if for me, all money ain't good money. And ain't enough money in the world for me to be degraded on camera that can last years and years and years and years.
Preach,
not enough.
Girl.
Not enough.
Say it again. All money ain't good money, please.
And all money ain't good money, and it ain't enough money in the world to degrade me on camera to where people can see these videos for a lifetime.
Exactly. Cheap things ain't good, and good things ain't cheap.
What you said, Priscilla? Go ahead.
I said cheap things ain't good and good things ain't cheap.
Ooh, come on with it now. James Earl Mones, he says, all right, he said to you. And who's everybody who's on IG, everybody watching this Redemption song is putting up a it looks like a farting face. I don't know what the hell that is. That's what it looks like she's putting up. But let's get into these things. But before we get into the next story that we have, Priscinda, you said you had porn video.
Best thing ever. And this bitch, she needs an Oscar. Yeah. So back in the day, HBO used to do this show called Hookers on the Point, right? Remember Hookers on the Point?
Yeah.
So, and sometimes they would follow the hookers to see what they were doing with their johns. So they follow this one hooker. She's in the alley. She's stooped down. First of all, not on knees, stooped down. She's giving a blowjob. She gets a phone call. That bitch answered the phone while still giving a full-on conversation, full-on blowjob, never missed a beat. I was like, why is nobody talking about her?
I know that's right.
She should be.
I know that's right.
I want somebody out there on IG. Please find her for me. Because I saw that years ago. I never forgot that bitch. I was like, she is a fucking star. Mouthful of dick, took a phone call, talking to her friend. Her friend said, what you doing? She was like, bitch, sucking dick. I was like, right, you are. You are.
Everything, girl, get your money, girl. This shit don't stop. It don't stop. Keep it going.
Where is she? She is my hero.
Multi-tasking.
She's my hero.
Redemption Song 76 says, I remember that show, LOL. And then James Ramon says, I miss Hookers on the Point. I miss that show too. And I wonder,
I never seen it.
I watched a lot of whole shit at a very young age. Like
You've
The
got to
Players
see that
Club was my
episode.
favorite film. I watched Hookers on the Point, all of the nighttime HBO shit. and then I end up hoeing. I don't know. Like maybe
you know what? I didn't watch none of them shows, but I was already
magical
living
for
it.
me.
You feel me?
For me
I didn't really
magical.
watch TV. I was already in the streets. I was already living the lifestyle. But you know, I don't know a lot of these shows. I still don't watch a lot of TV. But you know, my ass was in the streets getting to it like I'm supposed to.
I'm not mad at you.
Goddamn right.
Getting to it.
It was magical for me, Chocolate, because I had never seen a performance quite like that.
I'm not gonna lie. When I used to have supporters, I used to record the sound of the supporters and like that sex sound with me moaning and the macaroni and cheese sound like. Niggas know that shit.
That's the perfect description. Mac and cheese.
How the hell you recording? I'm not trying to record no.
Why you put your phone on the dresser? That's.
I will never look at macaroni and cheese the same way again. Thank you.
That's audio.
You just killed Priscilla's macaroni and cheese.
Yes!
Am I ruining this for you? Am I ruining it? No. Oh my God. Let's get into the next story that we're actually gonna cover. Hold on one second before we cover it. Let's get into this comment. Redemption Dark says After Dark program back in the day was an education. I will say yes.
Yeah,
I will say yes. I learned a lot after dark.
That's why I never forgot her.
Still, oh, that was my bitch. She's still my bitch. That motherfucker is ride or die to this day. I'm like, how old is she?
That's
what keep you alive. Dr. Sue is that. She is the example of that.
Yeah. What are we looking at? Is that Denzel? Hi, boo.
No, this is not Denzel. You don't disrespect Denzel in this way. But sit down.
I don't have my glasses.
Oh, you don't have your glasses. Okay, well let me inform you that this is the rapper MAINO from Brooklyn.
Okay, hey MAINO.
I love how the tone has changed.
After you see what he did.
I love how the tone has changed. Let's read into this article, okay? This article recently came out by thesource.com. They're still doing articles. But MAINO's video has been going viral. He was recently on Angela Yee's podcast called The Lip Service, and he discussed some encounters that he has had throughout his past. So according to the source, it says sexual fantasies can always bring out strong opinions. MAINO detailing what his fantasy is may bring out a shock. Appearing on Angela Yee's Lip Service, MAINO revealed that he likes to role play being a runaway slave while engaged in sex with white women. Quote, he says, I like to play a runaway slave, MAINO said. I like to play a disobedient slave with a white woman. MAINO said he even likes to be whopped during role playing. Most of them don't want to play like that. Listen.
Oh, shit.
I don't know if this is getting worse or better. I don't know. But basically, he says most of them don't want to play like that. Listen, you're going to act like your master's wife, and I just got whooped by master for eyeballing you. But the whole time you be really like, you know, you like it. You've been eyeballing me. It's some freaky shit. We can look at a little bit of the video, but I wanted to ask you ladies a quick question before we move forward, right? Do you guys think white women, will ever have a problem playing this role with a black man? Do you think that women have a problem with this shit?
I know a white woman who have my best friend to be like, bitch, no, because I didn't told her a couple of times, like during situations with her baby dad, like, bitch, go ahead, say nigga. This nigga is acting like a nigga. Go ahead. Years, like he deserves to be called this. She be like, no. So yes, I know some white women, but in the porn industry, bitch, stop. I don't know. I remember us, Vanessa, having a certain encounter where a woman asked us at a table full of black women, was it okay during the scene?
Oh yes, to use the N-word.
Nigga, and we all looking at her like, bitch, who you calling a nigga though? Like,
she been used the word in the scene anyways.
Exactly.
I am not in the industry, but I would say, nigga, no, bitch, no, nigga, bitch, no.
No, we all was like, bitch, who you calling a nigga? Then she was like, the male talent. Okay, you keep that in that fucking room. Don't you let that shit come out that damn room. But
I didn't care as much, honestly, because this is my thing. What the fuck am I gonna do? I can't stop or start you from saying that word. I can't do anything about that. There's nothing I can truly do about that. But realistically, I know what's game. I know what it is. I know what things are when they happen. When I see a white woman choosing a black man, that shit is racially motivated. Y'all didn't grow up together. Y'all didn't grow up in the same. I'm not saying that y'all couldn't grow up down the street or maybe go to the same school. That could possibly happen sometimes.
But
sometimes black men choose white women out of the disdain for the black women that they know in their own personal life. Not all, but some do.
They actually, I do feel like the black men that came up with the idea of her calling them that. So it was like, why you out here talking? We not even in there. We not listening to your shit. Like, keep that shit in the room.
Yeah, but my perspective on the make it brings
about how Chocolate thinks about this.
Right, I want to get to everybody. I want to make sure we get to everybody. But basically, what he's saying in this scenario, MAINO is saying that the white girl didn't want to play the white slave master. She didn't want to do that. It was him who really was pushing for her to do that. So, what is your perspective on this? Like, what do you think about him saying this? Do you think that a white woman would really have this perspective?
She should have a problem with it because he's sick. He's sick in the head, and unless she's sick, she's just as sick as him, then she should automatically like have a rejection to it, because now you guys need to sit down and talk. Why is it that you want to role play this specifically with me? You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, that is not normal. That's not normal. And obviously, you know, she obviously don't want to be associated with that, you know, racism, because if she did, she wouldn't be trying to fuck a black man in the first place. So I just feel like, you know, to each his own, but he's sick in the head for even having that thought in his mind that that's okay to be chased and whooped. You know what I'm saying? He want to be beat. I heard what you said. He like to be whooped and all that. Like he, as if he a real slave runaway. You know what I'm saying? So he gotta be like, he's sick in the mind. Seriously, he's sick. And I really want somebody to like whoop his ass hella good. One like of them for real need to just do it. Bitch, do it. And when you do it, get full into character so he can really so something to click this is not really what I really want. You know what I'm saying? Somebody needs to really get into character and really beat his ass. Because he also liked the fact that they like, oh no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it too. He liked that too. So therefore, when somebody like, oh yeah, nigga, that's what you want? Okay. And when they give it to him, then I guarantee you something where, oh my God, this is not what I really, this ain't really what I want. You know, I just feel like it's not fully playing out for him the way that he wanted to. So he just chasing after this thought of doing it. If somebody bow down and do that shit for him, he ain't gonna want it done no more. He ain't going to.
Yes,
because he's sick.
Priscilla, Priscilla, and then Miss Beauty Doll. Do you guys think that that he's telling the truth necessarily about this white woman with this perspective, or do you think it's possible for a white woman to
have for it? Beauty? You want to go?
Perspective when it comes to doing race play? Do you think a white woman would deny it or not want to do it?
What do you think, Beauty?
I think he only had one bitch deny it, and I feel like he said that because he knew black women was gonna go ham. So he was like, it's like when somebody eat like half the bag of chips that they just open, and you be like, did you eat it all? Yeah, I ate half of it, but you know, such help me eat it. Like, just trying to say the white
to push it off, like,
yeah, that nigga lying. He like to be. He probably watched Roots.
Oh shit!
I think we were all forced to watch Roots. I think
no, not that Roots bitch. The Eagles Roots.
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
Priscilla. Those dudes that I felt like he's one of those. Like, I got cussed out because I took a picture with one of my male white slave talents.
Yeah.
And they thought I did like a scene with him, bitch. And oh my God, like I got called a bed bench witch. I was like, what the fuck?
Wait, they called you the bed wench?
Yeah, and I was like, what is that? And then somebody explained it. I was like,
bed wench,
the bed wench was the house the slave that the master would drag into his bed, and that was like his main bit. Sally Hemming.
Like,
the bed wench.
Exactly.
But I'm man over when I'm whipping his ass. So like one dude under my comments was like, oh, I want what he got. And I was like, sure. And then I showed me bending him over on Instagram, and I
There
took
you go.
that just to show, like, it's a lot to that. But him, he lying. He was just trying to save face.
What do you think about this situation? Is he telling the truth about the white woman? Is it possible for a white woman to deny or not want to do something like this?
First of all, I don't know what they're doing, but I don't care what MAINO does with his dick. I really don't. I don't care what you do with it, sir. But I will say this. I do know that most black men that have this as a fantasy, that is what they really do want to fantasize about. Now, MAINO, if somebody really does beat your ass like a slave, trust you don't want it. Ooh. You do not really want to be beat like a slave. You clearly have not done enough research on what that really looks like and what that really feels like. I can't wait for the woman that steps up that says, I will beat your ass like that. Chocolate seems like she would be the girl for it because she's here for it. She beat you like you really want to be beat. You don't want that. So I don't blame the white women that he's asking to do this because, you know, this sounds like a woman that's like, you know what, like, like, that's a bridge too far for me to go. Like, and if that's what you're looking for, that sounds like a service you need to pay for. Yeah. People pay good money for a service like that. Mm-hmm. So you need to open up that wallet, right? If you want the full experience, and don't be mad when they give it to you like that. Because, you know, being beat like a slave wasn't just tap, tap, now you get your dick sucked. It don't go like that. It don't go like that.
You lost hands, motherfucker.
You know, if that's how you know, feeling like, you know, about it, you know, what's old boy's name? I actually worked with him on an album when it came out that he liked chicks with dicks. And he just owned it. He was like, fine, yeah, I do. And what? So, MAINO, if you're just owning it, great. But I don't know who said it, you or Chocolate or you or Beauty, who said, like, keep your shit behind closed doors. We don't need to know. We don't care what you do with your dick.
Most likely, all of us said it. We don't care what other people.
We don't care what he does with his dick. We don't care.
Give a fuck about it. Period.
But most black men, if you ask them privately, they won't say it like, you know, personally. But most black men that have that fantasy, it is a fantasy for them. That, you know, it's the reason why they sort of like, you know, fuck with white women, because in a sense, it feels like they're sticking it to white men. Even though white men don't care what you doing with that bit, they don't care. Basically, none of us care.
This is true. Champagne says
none of us
white women pray for the day their turn to say this to black men. There's some truth to that.
I can see that.
James Ramon says, I had a white girlfriend in high school and she knew better than to say that to me.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, and he also says it never even came up. Well, salute to you, James Ramon. For in the words of Shanae, handle it. But anywho, let's get into the next story. This is a new video that has been going viral. A lot of people have been seeing this all over the internet, where a couple has recently got married. It's a black man and a white woman, and the entrance to, I believe this is the reception, was her bringing him in on a leash and him crawling on his knees.
So, hold on, wait, you forgetting something, Vanessa.
Please let me see
a story from the airport. Hold on a second.
Dog.
I'm going to read the story from the New York Post so we can go through the whole entire article that's up here. The New York Post says, interracial newlyweds blasted for offensive dog leash wedding. It says, get out vibes. It's written by Asia Grace on the 12th. It actually says that this may be rough to watch. It says an interracial bride and groom are the digital doghouse as a controversial clip from their wedding shows the seemingly white wife escorting her new husband and apparent black man into their reception on a dog leash. The Alexander wedding reads the caption of the viral video, which has garnered over 254,000 TikTok views. The snippet shared by Tenny G is also punctuated with the hashtag walk the dog. The TikToker told the Post that the couple, Trizzy Tra and Mackenzie Alexander, hosted their wild wedding in Gallatin, Tennessee on April the 6th. April the 2nd. Per the footage, the newlyweds make their grand entrance into a small celebration hall to funk icon George Clinton's 1982's party track, Atomic Dog. So
no, he did not fuck with Atomic Dog like that.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. That man hyped up his girl. Wait till you watch the video.
Yes, he kind of really went in just a little bit, like it kind of got crazy. But it also says, and as they saunter into the center of the cheering crowd, the harnessed groom gets down on all fours and begins crawling like a canine. He goes to sit back on his haunches and stick out his tongue, mimicking a painting dog in the heat. Then, reassuming a pup's position on his hand and knees, the man plants his face into his blushing bride's pelvic region and mimics basically, or mimes urinating on her leg. And then it says that their audience is growing. Let's actually get into the clip of the video so we can take a look at what's been happening here. I know that George Clinton wants his money, so let me hold on and pause just for a quick second. And I think I was all right, it's the lean back for me.
Okay.
It's the lean back. It's the.
Can I go first? Oh my God.
It's the lean for me.
Can I go first?
My nigga said that bitch pussy must smell like honey and oranges. Well, I don't know, because he was.
Please let me go first.
Please, Priscilla, go ahead.
First of all, don't you ever disrespect the Funkmeister like that by using that fucking song.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I'm saying this to you directly, sir. I don't know you. You and that bitch, nigga. Nigga. Fuck are you doing? Fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
Oh my
If y'all want to do your little, like, whatever kind of play, like behind the scenes, however she wants you to be her dog, whatever. But nigga, what is wrong with you? Like, you have lost all sense of pride as a black person. You've lost all sense of yourself. You've lost all sense of yourself. And the fact that y'all think this cute, you and that bitch. Now, you live in the middle of America. When they pull your ass over and beat your ass, I'm going to remind everybody of this video. There will be no vigil for you. There's no vigil.
The Tobys of the world.
There's no vigil for you. Okay, don't even relate him to Kenta Kute, because at least Kenta Kute tried to run.
No, I was calling him Toby because there's also another story that went recently viral where a black man was killed in Florida by a white woman that hasn't been charged as of yet, and his last name was Toby.
Was at the fucking.
No, you know who he is?
You know.
He is. I'm not done with this nigga yet. Just give me one more minute.
No,
He is Calvin in Django Unchained. That's Calvin.
I'm not done yet.
That's Calvin in Django Unchained.
Oh my God.
That's who the fuck you are, nigga. You're Calvin. You're Calvin. You should be ashamed of yourself. I don't know what kind of fucking people you come from. I don't know who your people are, but your ancestors are rolling over in their fucking grave.
Priscilla had to go off. I didn't even get a chance.
I'm sorry.
The question that I have, I didn't even get a chance to ask.
I forgot the question.
I didn't ask.
I thought you did ask a question.
I forgot the question.
I'm sorry.
Girl, talk about
This is how you know we
apologies to the squad.
But
get the fuck up. Why
but my question, to the panel was:
I'm sorry.
This video has been recently going viral. Why do you think that this video is so viral? Like, why is it? What is it that is so shocking to people?
I can't believe this nigga. I promise I was gonna be quiet.
The black man on the leash being led by, whatever she is. I don't know, Mexican or white. I'm not sure what she is. I can't tell.
Is it just the leash? Angle. Is it just the colors? Like, do you guys think that it's representing something else? Do you guys think that could be a new trend. Like,
this type of thing, you know, where a dude didn't wear a collar at his, you know, reception, but that motherfucker didn't get on his knees. Like, bruh, you doing the you know what? This is one of those things where motherfuckers just gonna have to get the fuck over it. It stings for black women. Kiss our ass, lick our
yeah.
We don't give a fuck about how you feel. It makes us feel bad. Because at the end of the day, if we want to do something like that, it would be all sorts of comments of, oh, she's degrading her black man.
Thank you, Beauty.
And blase. But y'all praising this pale. You know what? Take it off me.
Thank you, Beauty. I don't even remember the question, but Beauty's right.
That's what it's about. She it's definitely degrading to the it's going viral because of the color difference and because of her leading him as far as like degrading him. You know what I'm saying? Like he not looking at it as like he having a good time. Even the baby was confused. Now what you got the baby right there for? You knew you was gonna do that before the baby came in there. You knew you was gonna walk in with that leash. What is the baby there for? Now, how about they be doing in the bedroom? If he want to be de-emasculated and all that,
Thank you.
Okay, that's fine.
Get the baby out
in front of the baby.
And now you done dragged the baby into your bag of bullshit. Now this baby for the rest of the baby's life.
And that baby was so confused, like,
in this bitch, like, what is going on? Like,
I forgot about the baby.
Yeah, even the baby, baby is like, what is wrong with this nigga?
See,
look at that nigga. He looks.
Hold on 1 second.
Him bowing down to her, which is fine. I mean, you know, put your bitch on a pedestal. I'm all for it, but the way he did that in front of all them people, everybody got cameras out, and he just having a good time, like, you know. Ain't nothing going on. No, baby. What you did, I don't know. I can't do it. Like, you are a black man. I expect somebody else to do this, but you, baby, no. Mm-mm.
There will be no vigil.
He thought about that shit before he did it, bro. I'm sorry. I don't care what.
He knew what they was doing. They knew that baby was gonna be right there walking freely.
That poor baby.
He in Tennessee. He knew what the fuck was gonna happen when he seen all them cameras. That nigga slowed down as he got on his knees, like, oh shit.
Oh,
there'll be no vigil.
Hold on, I gotta get to the comments because Miss Ravioli is standing firm with Priscilla. She says, "No vigil for you.
No fucking vigil for you."
Yeah, I'm sorry, black men. If you guys are gonna go to the other side. You gotta stay on that side.
No vigil.
That's the side you chose. Don't come back over here when that shit don't work out.
Why you can't do
over here when you want collard greens, when you want, you know, fried chicken made well, when you want seasoned food,
when you want that bomb ass pussy that you know the other side
girl.
Giving.
Yeah.
When you want
you want that natural color looking, that natural soft skin in the morning. You want that? All right.
To quote the driver that drove me today, he said, "You smelling all like cocoa butter and caramel." Because I was.
Yes, shout out to the black woman. Smelling good. Good.
Like cocoa butter and caramel.
Absolutely.
No vigil.
Wait. I'm going to say the disclaimer. We are not getting on all, you know, of our other color sisters, because not all of y'all was born the right race. Y'all just was born the wrong race. Y'all still smell like us and everything else. I don't know what's different about
I'm a black woman. I can only smell black.
We not getting on all white women, but at the same time, some of y'all we not
about to put these white bitches on here. Absolutely not. They got their own space. They got millions of viewers. Like this,
Beauty, I want to piggyback on something. Can I piggyback on something Beauty said?
Then we gotta get to the comments though.
Okay. The white women I know would never do this.
Mm-hmm.
The white women I know that are in my life that are
because they know what that would look like.
They would never do that. I say nigga all the time and they know it.
Right. I feel like real white people, they're scared to do shit like this because they know the effects somebody had. Like real white people who actually, and I my real white people. It's real white people. Not to say that they can't be low key, however they are on the low.
The location. They are in the 10 to the C. They don't have that free.
Oh my God. Let's get to some of these comments though, because that's what we haven't got a chance.
All I know is there's gonna be no vigil.
No vigil for yes. Chappie says just like that other nigga who got done up by Vicky. No vigil for you. Yes. No vigil for fucking Toby either. We're not giving a vigil for Toby and not for this dog walking ass nigga. No
Calvin.
Vigil. Y'all want to come to black women after shit's done? Absolutely not. Champy says
Calvin from Django Unchained. No vigil.
Not Calvin. Champy says some niggas don't hesitate to bow down to Whitey. SMH. And Virginia Slim says SMH. And in front of the babies, dude must be related to me.
Poor baby.
Oh God, not they brothers.
The kid is scarred for life. You're right.
That kid is scarred for life. He's gonna be scratching his head.
Oh God,
quite
poor
some
baby.
time.
Oh
my God,
like, what is this?
Yeah, we do have
questions.
Yes. You said something? Sorry.
I said he asking questions. He confused like the silence that just happened between us.
Right.
Oh my God. It's crazy. So as I was doing my research, trying to make everything relative, knowing that we were talking about race play today, I was trying to see if there was any race play situations that happened in the porn industry. And I'm so fucking surprised. I'm probably mad late to this shit. This is definitely an old story. This story was printed on the Daily News May 17th, 2018. So this is a very, very old story. It says a black porn star from the Bronx says he was duped into performing a hardcore racist adult film that depicts his white co-star calling him the N-word without his consent. It says Maurice McKnight, who goes by the stage name Mo the Monster, claims in a new lawsuit the hate speech was spewed during a shocking shoot in Tarzan, California last July. It also says, according to the Daily News, this has been printed on the Daily News, shout out to New York, McKnight says James Joseph Camp tried and failed on 2 separate occasions during the production to get his pre-approval for the use of the despicable dialogue. He claims Camp first approached him before filming began and said the female lead, identified as Deborah Hinkle, had agreed to use the ugly slur on camera. McKnight says he made it very clear that he would not allow this racial slur to be used. And the 9-page complaint filed in Los Angeles County Superior Court obtained by the Daily News states. McKnight says Camp approached him for a second time during a filming break to again press for permission. And then it also says for a second time, McKnight informed Camp that he did not consent to the use of the racial slur, the lawsuit states. Says also that despite McKnight's explicit refusal to give the green light, Hinkle addressed him with the racial slur twice during the film's so-called money shot, according to the complaint. Damn, during the money shot? All right. Speaking to the news, hold on, let me finish the article. Speaking to the news, McKnight compared the verbal assault to an ambush. I just felt annoyed and betrayed, the 36-year-old Bronx resident said Wednesday night. I've shot over 50 scenes for this company for a long time. I was one of their top guys, and I'm always publicly talking about racism. For them to even ask me was an insult. Then to do it against my will, it hurts. It feels like it was a setup. McKnight's lawsuit alleges Camp conspired with producer DF Productions to do DFI to dupe him into performing sexual acts with Hinkle, knowing that Hinkle planned to use the racist slur during the final scene, the complaint states. Camp and DFI defrauded McKnight for the purpose of creating and selling racist content to its racist customers. So I wanted to ask you, ladies, do you guys think that they went on to say a bunch of different things in this article. You guys can see it here, but we can actually make it clear about what Mr. McKnight would wanted to accomplish in this. He says, McKnight says, is seeking damages for lost wages, emotional distress, and embarrassment. He says the defendants knowingly created a work environment that was hostile and racially abusive. Use of the N-word in the workplace is extraordinarily harmful to African-American workers. It's a violent, abusive word that embodies a pure evil of racism. It has no place in our society. McKnight's lawyer, Dan Gillian, told the news Mo is going high by filing a lawsuit instead of acting in kind to this egregious act of racism. So do you guys think that he had the right to file a lawsuit? What do you guys think about the situation?
Can I go?
Yeah, I'm gonna let everybody else go.
Go ahead, Beauty.
Okay, so I've actually been following this case for a while, and this is not like, I honestly believe him because he literally filed this case around the time Vanessa, as when I met Mr. Nessnum. CBT. So this is not his. He keeps every time they deny him, he keeps going back and appealing it over and over and over again. And I felt like that the reason why I feel like it's true is because I literally like had conversations with male talents and heard stories about male talents in California and even female. We see how they act towards us on the West Coast. Like you gotta fit in that category, period, point blank. Or they're gonna dog you out. Like even when you get there, they act a certain way and they treat you. If you Google how much the West Coast pays white, talents versus minority talents, you see the fucking huge
Right,
fucking
the disparity between the yeah, it does happen.
I feel like that he's completely like he's telling the truth because they do that. They misuse a lot of people. Don't men are so quick to be like, oh, I want to be a male talent. I want to be a male talent, and they don't even know they get abused more than fucking we do.
Because they're forced to produce.
Forced to do shit that they don't want to do. Shoot with bitches they don't want to shoot with. They're forced to take risks that they don't want to take, that they not like. They know if they ask a female talent versus a male talent to take that same risk, oh, we're clawing their fucking eyes out.
Right.
But a male talent, they don't even get paid the same wages for as we do for shooting a scene. So it's like I feel like he's right because I've heard of them sneaking that shit on. Like, come on, we'll add an extra couple $100 on.
The producers have been known to do things like this in the
industry. And they have talents that are gonna do that. But I've literally been watching this shit. His story has not changed. They didn't made this man repeat his story like fucking numerous of times. Bitch, I'm 32 and I heard about this story still in my 20s.
Wow.
The same shit. And
wow.
Literally when they first came out big and on when World Star was big and it came out that he was suing, he got bad mouth and drugged. Like they basically
of course
pussy because of it. So the fact that this man is literally getting, he even said he had death threats from white people about this situation. So the fact that he's still pursuing it and they're not doing any fucking thing, come on. How many fucking cases have we seen of Ron Jeremy? Perfect fucking, they have no.
Yeah, there's a list of people, but we want to get to everybody else in the panel. I just want to keep it at that. But Priscinda or Chocolate, who did you want to go next? Do you
Chocolate, you go. I'll be last because y'all are in the industry.
What do you my question to pretty much everybody on the panel was, do you think that he had a right to sue? And what do you think about just this type of scenario happening in the industry?
Absolutely, he had a right to sue because it probably, I'm sure it happened to multiple people before, but it takes a one stand-up person to have it recognized globally. You know what I'm saying? To speak about this matter that is happening so often to our men, and even to some of our women, our Black women. So it's just like, he had every right. He did the right thing. And if he's still pursuing it and they keep on denying it, he still has every right to continue to pursue it because this needs to be known on a national level, like what is going on behind these closed doors. It is not okay I don't care if you did pay us, whatever you paid us. It is not okay for you to call me that. It just depends on how we even say it to each other. You know what I'm saying? Like we still be careful on how we say it to each other, if we even say it to each other. So you have no right to say it to me unbeknownst to me, or without me giving you permission to, okay, yes, at the pop shot, I'm gonna say, here, take this, you fucking nigger, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, don't talk to me like that. That is not okay. So I'm so glad that he stepped up and even though he's getting backlash and all this, like all the negative thing that's coming his way, that he's still pushing forward because this is something very positive that he's doing, whether people recognize it or not, that it happens so often behind closed doors. So yeah, he did the right thing, and kudos and shout out to my man Mo. You feel me? It's much love always.
And I met him I always heard about him, but I met him for the first time for Exotica last year, and I had a great conversation with him. He did not bring this up, which is even more noble of him. You see what I'm saying? Like, I was just literally, this is a topic. I'm just on some Google shit. Google, that's my best friend. I'm just on some Google. We talk about race. Let's see what we can find that relates to us. And this story popped up. I never heard of this.
Me either.
I never heard of this. And sometimes because I just be out the loop sometimes, but this, to me, it didn't come across to me until now, you know. So that's brand new to me. But Priscinda, what's your perspective? Do you think he had a right to sue? And what do you think about like the situation entirely?
Absolutely, he has a right to sue because people have sued for less. So we said we were dragging people that needed to be dragged this year, right? White men, listen up. Ooh. This is what's called toxic masculinity. This is toxic masculinity in its highest form. He has a right to say how he wants to be treated. If you did that in corporate America, this suit would have been settled a long time ago. But because it relates to sex, you feel like, oh, nigga, like, you know, be quiet. No. And he should continue his fight. If he has to take this to the Supreme Court, he has every right, because if he worked on Wall Street and somebody called him that name, he would have every right to sue, and they would be in a hurry to settle it. Just because this is the sex industry. And I can tell y'all what I know about the sex industry on the West Coast, because I lived there for 4 years. Not only is it a disparity in pay, when it comes to Black men, they tried to sort of like push them into the gay porn industry by like quoting the dollar amounts that they could make, because the West Coast, in the Valley in particular, because that's the first time I was ever on a porn set, in the Valley is the largest producer, billions of dollars, not millions, I said B with a billion, is earned out of that tiny little area of LA just based on porn alone. Just based on porn alone. But I do know for a fact that the Black men that work in the sex industry on the West Coast, they're always sort of enticed to do, oh, well, you know, if you do gay porn, you could make blah, 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 right? And just like you as artists, that's not what they want to do. But if you get somebody in a desperate situation and they really need money, and that's not really kind of where they want to lean to. So yeah, bro, like you have full support. Keep up your lawsuit, even if you have to go to the Supreme Court, because you have every right. You made it clear you didn't want to be treated that way. If I worked in somebody's office right now and they said the word nigga to me, I don't care how many times I say it, I could sue them.
Yeah.
Because that is a toxic environment, and that is a legal definition.
Yeah.
You create a toxic environment. That's a toxic environment for him. He did not agree. And you don't get to treat him that way just because you look at it as, well, it's porn, because that's the excuse they use. You don't get to treat somebody that way. You don't.
Absolutely.
Toxic masculinity.
There it goes. Let's get into these comments, and then we're going to teach the babies, and then we're going to be out of here. Hayward McQueen says, so would it be okay if she was his dominatrix?
Yeah.
Answer that?
If he's being, can I say this, y'all? I ain't in the industry, but I know this. How much are you paying for it?
Not even that.
Real quick.
No, that's how I'm feeling about it. No? Okay.
It would be better, because at the end of the day, it's sort of kind of a mutual thing, and it's like a weigh-in. It is more fetishes than it is. Racial fetish should not be allowed in the industry, period, point blank. Flat the fuck out. Like, we could sneak past it when a white woman is doing a Black man, but we ain't never called that man a cracker or anything disrespectful. It's levels to it. Yeah,
real quick, we got to get out of here. I just want to Chocolate, go ahead, answer this question as well. Do you think it would be okay?
Not in a public place like that, no.
Okay. All right. There it goes. Redemption Dong says, yes, he's got a good argument. She says, Redemption Song also says, Shan, I hear you. Shan P says he got 2 checks from this. Okay. Sleazy Aki, salute to Sleazy Aki. He says, so porn niggas get treatment like women all over the world in every other industry. So what? Okay. Sleazy Aki says, that's a double standard. Niggas got hold. Okay. Shot me is up and coming. Yes. Why does your name look different on here? But yes, absolutely.
Showtime is up and coming.
I know. Oh, I'm reading it wrong. Showtime. Look at me, so fucking literal. Show. I'm like, why does it look different on here? I'm like, Showtime is up because salute to Showtime in the building. He says his consent was violated. Showtime also says that word can get you in trouble. Ask Donald Sterling.
Oh,
right about that. Right about that. Now, I wanted to see if we could teach the babies about race play. If we had any advice to a younger version of ourselves, or even a younger person who might encounter someone pressuring to do something that's against their own personal will, what would your advice be to that person in that situation? Whether that could be sexual in the bedroom, that can be cordial on a date, that can even be in the boardroom where you work at, that could be anywhere. So what would be your advice to someone who may be being approached to do something racially motivated that they don't want to do?
Who's going first?
I'll go first. I just got a little quick something for them. Don't just accept anything. Don't just accept any type of way somebody want to treat you just because, you know, you may like that person or something like that. Like, don't just accept anything. Mm-hmm. Yeah, stand up for something or fall for anything. So stand firm on what you believe.
Yeah, absolutely. Beauty, do you want to go ahead and then I'll go and then Priscilla could take us out, or?
Sure. Yeah, what, like, the piggyback on sexual chocolate, don't let nobody like force you into anything, or if you're not comfortable with that shit, don't do that shit. Like, I've done shit that I've looked at the pictures later, like, I'm not putting this out, and you better not put it out. Like I've tried to be open minded, but the black feminist in me be like, and my ancestors be like, bitch, stop. So yeah, it always go with your first instinct. Don't degrade yourself or demasculate yourself, or you know what I'm saying, go against your better judgment for money. Not all, like Chuck said, not all money is good money.
Right. Absolutely. Priscilla. Oh, I was gonna go and then you were gonna take us. Okay. That's what I forgot. But yes, for me, I would just say to the babies who would like to, or someone's approaching them to do race play, I'll refer to what, you know, the internet lasts forever. The internet is something that people can always look up. People can always find up things. So whatever, if you can't be proud 10 years from now, then it's not for you. Then it's not something that you should do. A lot of younger people make wild decisions. Even for me, I made some decisions in my head that I would not make now. Absolutely not. But, you know, we make choices and we do learn and we live on, you know, from these situations. But I just feel like sometimes the babies might not be in the mindset to think about the future when they're doing things. So just keep that in mind. Even if you are going to engage race play, if you like white bitches, then all be it. You like white niggas, then all that's your flavor. Who the fuck am I? I'm not fucking you. So I can't tell you who to engage and how to engage with something. I do believe that people get off to different things. Race play is a thing, as much as it's not my thing, right. But it is a thing to people in society. So I just would say this: if you're not going to be proud of it years from now, then I would suggest not to do it. That's what I would suggest. But Priscilla, take us out, please.
I will tell you something that my mother used to tell me when I was a young woman, like, you know, about to trying to be like out there in a sense. She said, "Don't let your ass write a check that you can't cash." Okay? Don't do something. You are going to regret and you are going to be sorry for, because to piggyback on Vanessa, the internet is forever. It may seem cute at 18. It might not look so cute at 32. So don't let your ass write a check that you cannot cash, baby.
Oh, I know that's right. Let's get one quick picture.
That's it.
1, 2, and all right, absolutely. It's your girl Vanessa Smilez, Queen Priscinda. Oh, sorry, you had something to say?
Now I'll wait till we get off.
Oh, wait, you did, correct? You taught the baby.
Yeah, I was just going to say, when we get sound effects with the camera, it was like,
I
love that too.
Oh no, that sound always was there. I guess you guys never heard it. So all this new shit is that sound always comes in. So you guys can hear it now. Oh wow, look at that.
New shit.
God, we figuring shit out. Shout out to Black women fucking rock. Okay. Black women are out here working in tech. Black people are working in the healthcare industry, the sex industry. They're working in clothing. They're working everywhere. Black, we can do it all. And we birth babies, bitch.
Yes. Multitasking is the fuck is called for 2022.
Absolutely. See y'all back.